welcome to the next episode in the history of animation in court. This is Gary Freed, Senior Producer at Z-Axis Corporation and host for this podcast series. With me today is Cindy Buxton from our London office, who is the producer for the animations we will present here. Take it away, Cindy.
Hello, this is Cindy Buxton. I am a producer and sales consultant for Z-Axis, and between 1999 and 2001, helped design and execute the computer animations Z-Axis produced to help convince a jury that faulty construction techniques and not bad design led to the collapse of a resort hotel in Guam. These animations were produced using Maya and Lightwave software and were displayed to the jury on individual flat-screen monitors in a new state-of-the-art courtroom constructed for this case in Guam. In 1993, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit the island of Guam and triggered the collapse of the newly built Royal Palm Hotel, the only modern building to collapse. Hotel developer Kawasho of Japan filed this lawsuit against Japanese construction management company Mitsui and the Korean contractor Yong, alleging that the damage was a result of faulty construction. Of course, both defendants claimed that the damage was due to a faulty design. Z-Axis produced a number of realistic walk-through animations of the hotel to show what it looked like before the collapse and to help introduce the jury to the physical structure of the building. We also produced a number of animations that helped introduce the jury to the background terms, concepts and technology relating to the construction of reinforced concrete buildings. We created this simplified example of the bending forces that a building undergoes during an earthquake. These force arrows illustrate the opposing forces induced by the earthquake that try to bend beams and columns beyond their limits. Next, we introduce the basics of reinforced concrete structures. For instance, this animation demonstrates that an unreinforced concrete column can withstand compression forces, but fractures and fails under tension forces. The same column with steel reinforcing bars inside is strong in both compression and tension. We then elaborated on these background concepts to show them in the context of concrete beams and columns that were the support elements of the hotel. Here we show how an unreinforced concrete beam bends and breaks with the application of downward force. Next, the same force is applied to a steel reinforced beam. The beam bends and cracks, but does not break. Since the investigators found that this hotel had been built with reinforcing steel missing from beams and columns, we produced a series of animations that show the proper way to assemble the reinforcing bar structure for some of the key beams and columns. This animation shows the right way to insert the horizontal interconnecting elements around the vertical reinforcing bar. This animation demonstrates the same process for one of the horizontal beams. In December of 2001, the jury found that contractor Yong was guilty of improper construction practices and fraud for withholding critical information from the developer. Their 21-page verdict placed responsibility for 75% of the damages on Yong. Mitsui, the construction management company, was responsible for the other 25%. The total award to the developer was $73.4 million.
Thank you, Cindy. When so many of our courtroom animations deal with mundane things like machinery and chemical reactions, it's nice to have the opportunity to make something that has great visual appeal, as well as being technically accurate and persuasive. If you're finding these podcasts interesting, I hope you'll subscribe to the series. Go to podcasts.zaxis.com for the link to the blog. We'd also love to hear from some of our viewers. The blog site contains our email feedback link, as well as a place for your comments. Thanks for watching.